Ignite is here! The biggest stage in Rivals Esports is upon us, and I've got everything you need to know about it. My name is Diatonic, and welcome to the Rivals Ignite 2025 Stage 1 Format Guide. We'll only be covering information pertaining to Stage 1 of the competition in this video, but not to worry. I'll be covering the formats of the mid-season tournament, Stage 2, and of course, the Grand Finals. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. Without further ado, let's get right into the regions participating in Rivals Ignite and how the group splits work. Ignite competition is split up into 5 regions: the Americas, EMEA, Asia, China, and Oceania. Teams participating in each respective region have earned their way to the Ignite stage, either via invitation due to past performance in Rivals tournaments, or by fighting their way into Ignite through the open qualifiers. Ignite Stage 1 consists of 2 separate phases: the group stage and the playoffs. For the Americas and EMEA regions, the 16 participating teams are being split into 2 groups of 8, Group A and Group B. These teams will compete against other teams within their group in a double elimination format, meaning teams that lose 2 matches are eliminated from the group stage. The top 4 teams from each group will advance to the Stage 1 playoffs, meaning 8 teams will fight it out in the playoffs for their respective regions, which will also be held in double elimination format. Asia is a bit different. The Asia region has 12 teams competing in Ignite, which will also be divided up into Group A and Group B. However, things are a bit different with the group stage. Instead of double elimination, teams will participate in a round-robin competition, where teams compete against every other team in the group at least once. However, Asia's playoffs matches the America EMEA one, with the top 4 teams from each group advancing and competing in a double elimination bracket. China's Stage 1 will be played exactly the same as Asia, with the same amount of teams as well. Finally, Oceania isn't much different from Asia and China, though they're working with a smaller amount of teams. For Oceania, 8 teams will be split into Groups A and B, then compete in a round-robin format. The top 2 teams from each group make it into the playoffs, which is again another double elimination bracket. So, in summary, America and EMEA will have a double elim group stage, followed by a double elim playoff bracket, while Asia, China, and Oceania all have round-robin group stages, followed by double elim playoff brackets. Most matches in the group stage will be played as best of 3s, meaning teams need to win 2 maps in order to take the match. Semifinals and finals will be best of 5s, requiring a team to secure 3 map victories to win the match. For the playoffs, only the first round of competition is being held as a best of 3, with everything beyond being best of 5, and the finals being a best of 7. Next, let's talk about bans. Ignite will be using the game's advanced ban system. Rather than a more traditional ban system where banning a character means they're removed from the match for all players, teams banning a character are actually banning it for the opposing team only. So, for example, let's say that Envy and 100 Thieves are playing against each other in Ignite. During picks and bans, Envy decides they want to ban out Groot. Them banning Groot doesn't mean that they couldn't still choose to play him, it means that 100 Thieves aren't allowed to play him. Teams will also still have access to saves, allowing them to preserve the characters of their choice during picks and bans. This advanced ban system makes for a more strategic ban phase, and places a lot more emphasis on what characters teams choose to ban. Now that we've got a better understanding of how the tournament works, let's take a look at when matches are actually being held. For all regions except China, Ignite action officially kicks off on Thursday, June 12th. For America, EMEA, and Asia, the first week of group stage matches will take place between June 12th and June 15th, and the second week will be from June 19th to June 22nd. And finally, the Stage 1 playoffs will be held from the 26th of June to the 29th, wrapping up those 3 regions just before the start of July. China and Oceania are the only 2 outliers here. For Oceania, due to the number of teams participating, their group stage will be fully completed between June 12th and June 15th, and their playoffs will be held from June 20th to June 22nd. Over in China, Ignite doesn't kick off until June 19th, with their group stage week 1 running from then until June 22nd, and the second week of group stage play from June 26th to June 29th. They'll have a brief break to allow the Season 2 MRC to be played out, and their playoffs will be run from July 17th to July 20th. With all that out of the way, let's talk prizes. Because yes, Ignite Stage 1 is offering a prize pool to all participating teams, and it's quite generous. As they're the two largest regions in the competition, America and EMEA have the outright highest prize pool with a grand total of $250,000 per region. The winning team can expect to receive a cool $70,000 for their efforts, with the winning purse slowly tapering off as we get further down the standings. However, even teams finishing between 13th and 16th will walk away with $5,000, a fairly nice reward for at least qualifying into Ignite. Asia and China are both offering a $100,000 prize pool. The winning team receives $32,000, all the way down to the 9th through 12th finishers receiving $2,500. Finally, Oceania is offering a $75,000 pool with $30,000 to the winners, down to the 8th place team receiving $3,000. Overall, very generous as previously mentioned, especially considering this is only the first stage of Ignite competition. There's plenty more to be won as the year goes on, with Ignite offering a total prize pool of more than $3 million across the regions. For the last few details regarding Ignite, let's talk about the game version it'll be held on and what maps will be available to teams for selection. NetEase has announced that all of Stage 1 will be held on the Season 2.5 version of the game. This isn't too shocking, considering that Season 3 doesn't start until after Stage 1 is completed. Teams faced a meta shakeup during the second split of the Ignite Open qualifiers, so it's better to clarify which patch they'll be competing on ahead of time. As for maps, the following maps are available for play during Stage 1. Yggdrasil Path, Spider Islands, Burning T'Challa, Hall of Djalia, Symbiotic Surface, Hell's Heaven, Midtown, Central Park, Krakoa, and Arako. This only leaves out Shin Shibuya and Royal Palace, mimicking the current ranked map pool. Well, that's it for the complete breakdown of the format of Stage 1 of Rivals Ignite. Don't miss all the action kicking off live on Twitch and YouTube this Thursday, June 12th. Be sure to subscribe for more Ignite updates as the season unfolds, and be sure to check out my weekly Rivals esports show, The Rivals Report. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Diatonic, you've been amazing, and I'll see you in game.